Okay, skill 219. If you're going to create an equation for a word problem that has rates in it, this is how you do it. Bob's going to rent a chainsaw. There are two options for rental. So that sounds to me right away like two different equations. One is $15 plus $5 per hour. How do I do that now? I got an equation. I have something on both sides of my equation, and I want this to be $15 plus $5 per hour. $15, and does that depend on anything like some variable like hours? Nope, it's just $15 plus $5 per hour. $5 times the number of hours. Okay, and I'm going to call that option 1. Option 1 is $15 plus $5 per hour. And notice that here's the real key. This one is being multiplied by how many hours you have. Now, if you wanted to call this Y is how much you're going to get paid, and X is your number of hours, your equation would look like this. 15 plus 5 times X. All right. Option 2 is to have, let's see, $25. So you pay more up front plus $1 per hour. That's 1 times the hours. And again, if I'm going to use the Y and X idea, I'll say Y is equal to 1, or 25 plus 1 times X. There, now I've got my two equations. Now that's nifty. What am I going to do with these two equations? I've got this equation and I've got that equation. What I want to do is try to figure out what amount of time would cause the rate to be the same under either plan. Same under either plan is talking, it says to me as a math teacher that I want to see where those two lines cross. That's going to be the one spot that's going to make them equal. So I'm going to have my two lines, if I graph them, at some point they're going to cross. So I'm going to pause for a second while I pull up my graphing calculator. So I want to do it that way. Okay, I've entered my two equations, the 15 plus 5x and the 25 plus x, and now I'm going to see where they cross. I just have to hit graph, and I can see that they cross. And now, if I couldn't see where the spot was that they crossed, I'd have to zoom in or zoom out until I could see it. Then I'm going to go second, calculate the intersect, and see where those lines intersect. And it looks to me like if I go enter, 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 they cross at 2.5 is what x is. Now in the context of our story, x was the number of hours that they were working. And so if it's crossing here at 2.5 and 27.5, x is 2.5 and y is 27.5, that means for a 2.5 hour x, which is our time, for a rental of 2.5 hours, then it would cost $27.50. They would both be the exact same right there. So that would be the time that would cause the rate to be the same. So 2.5 would be the time we would make them the same. So the moral of the story on this kind of problem is you want to be able to write the equations for what they give you, and then a more advanced question would be, beyond just writing the equations, see where those two equations cross. You could have done that algebraically also by solving these two equations in a system. You could either have used substitution or you could have used elimination to solve that system of equations.